Hi everyone, this is Amaya Tala and I help people live and co-create a flourishing life. So today I want to talk about wisdom. Wisdom that it seems like is not existing anymore in this society, in this world. Like people are just like, they don't have it. They don't have this common sense of like respect and how to treat people nicely and how to just be a good human being. It feels like people have lost that. But today I want to talk about why wisdom is still here, still existing, and it's not deep. It's not like deep somewhere, like just like Patricia and Davis says. Like, where is that when someone says something deep? When they say it's a when someone says something like a wisdom says or shares a wisdom, and other people react and say it's that's deep. Like, where is that deepness? Like, it comes from our brain right here. Is our brain deep right now? It's right here. Like, how many inches? How many inches behind our skull? It's not deep. It's like right there. Or even from the heart. Is it that deep? It's like what? How many inches? 2 inches? That's not deep. So wisdom is not deep. It's very accessible to all of us. And it's also common sense. And when I say common sense, I'm not talking about like everybody has it, like it's common in our society. I'm talking about the senses: our eyes, our nose, our taste, our touch, our hearing, our feeling, our mind. The senses is common senses that we commonly have, and most of the time that's all we need to have wisdom, if you think about it. Because as human beings, we have the capacity to look at information, to feel information, and to, through our senses, to observe information. And usually that's why it's very important for us to be tapped in and to be present. That's why in a lot of spirituality videos, especially with Sadhguru, for example, if you know him, he emphasizes being present, savoring the moment, enjoying life. Because a lot of spiritual growth or just self-empowerment comes from really using what nature has given to us, which is our 5 or more senses. That's really literally all we need to live and make good decisions on earth. If we are just true or honest about what our senses are telling us and really process that in the right way, we will be making the right decisions for this world. If we are seeing that our actions, our seeing sense, that our action is destroying Mother Earth, that we are getting sick, our senses are degrading because of the actions individually and collectively that we're doing. And if we're honest about that and we accept that wisdom that's not deep, that's actually our body is telling us, our common senses literally are telling and showing us, then we will be able to make the right decisions and right actions for this earth. And so I just want to say in this video that wisdom, senses, like literal senses, are not deep and they're common. And we have them right now. We can use them right now to be able to create and live a life that is flourishing for all of us. And so I feel like that's the message that I want to say today. And it's also very related to my own spiritual growth as well, because in my own spiritual growth, I'm connected with my spirit guides. If that's something that you know, or if you don't, that's fine. But most of the time when I go through cycles of lessons, by the end of the lesson, I usually end up realizing that the lesson that I'm supposed to be learning is so simple lessons, and a lot of like very, very valuable lessons on this earth are very simple. But it doesn't mean they're easy, because they're not easy, because our society have been trained to complicate things. I think that's where these things, common senses, are very numb. It becomes overlooked. Like when someone feels pain, like we take, pain reliever, because we don't want to listen to what our body is telling us. We ignore our senses. We generally, not everyone, we as a society, we ignore our feelings, when these are our body's capacity to let us know what's going on, to give us the wisdom that we need to hear, to activate that wisdom within our brains. And so, we are really good at, as a society, in complicating things and missing the point. So that's why, I guess, metaphorically, wisdom and common sense, wisdom becomes deep, because we're so buried in this shitload of just problems that we made for ourselves. So I guess maybe wisdom is deep in that way, but in a different perspective, wisdom is not really deep. And I think that's a belief that we need to take away too, even though it may be true in a different type of mindset. I feel like we are ready to let that belief go, because we need accessible wisdom and common sense in this world if we really want to change this world. And if we're going to reframe this, because I love reframing things and putting things in the right perspective, right? The good thing about our capacity to bury ourselves in shitload of problems is it shows how powerful humanity is, because we are so good at co-creating shit for ourselves. We are so good at co-creating drama for ourselves. Like, let's admit it, we're good at that. We love that. We have a lot of telenovelas and TV series of just drama and action and everything. We are really good at that. And it just really shows how creative we can be, how Mother Earth and the universe gave us these skills to co-create this reality. We literally co-created this complicated reality for ourselves. We literally co-created this matrix that we're trapped in right now for ourselves. We created this. Maybe, our ancestors, passed this on to us, and we're still co-creating this with them, because we're living it and we are enabling it, in one way or another, shape or form, right? And in different degrees, maybe. So whether we're intentional or not, whether we like it or not, we are co-creating it, right? And it just shows the power of the collective to co-create and sustain worlds like this. Like this world that may be imprisoning us, we are holding it. We are upholding it. And it shows how powerful our collective is. And when we realize that, we can look at that power and think about how we're going to use that power. If we can manifest a shitload of problems and world like this, what else can we manifest? How hard would it be to manifest a simple but beautiful world? If we can manifest something complicated as this, then maybe manifesting a simple world will be not that hard. Just something to think about, right? So it just shows how powerful we are in co-creating the world that we want. Now the challenge is, what do we want? What kind of world and reality and experience do we want? And it's just a matter of us deciding whether we're going to let go of this dramatic world, of this chaotic world. Are you really ready to let go of this chaotic world? Because if you're putting your senses in watching all the chaos in this world, you're putting your eyes, your nose, your touch, your feeling, your senses, your experience, your feelings, and eating junk and consuming this chaotic world. And are you really ready to put your senses to things that are beautiful, to things that are uplifting? Are you really ready to put your eyes and watch that? Because I bet a lot of beautiful things are happening in this world. Just the trees and the grass that is growing in your backyard, those are miracles. Are you really ready to put your senses to pay attention to that? It's a decision for each one of us. And the more and more of us choose to put our common senses, literal senses, to things that are beautiful and uplifting, and consequently create more of those things for yourself and for other people, our world is going to be a different place very fast, very soon, because that's how powerful humanity and the human design is. I wonder if AI can do that, but that's another topic. But really, we are the stewards right now that's really conscious and, like, I don't know what to call that, but right now we are here as humans stewarding our world that we're creating. And it's a matter of, like, understanding and realizing the power that we have right now in this moment with the senses that we already have right here, right now, that we can use to literally change our world and reality. So in a way, wisdom is not deep, senses are common, and change is literally a decision away for a lot of us, for all of us. So that's what I want to that's the message that is coming through right now. And I wish that we sit on this and think about this, and I hope that you enjoyed, just thinking about these things with me. Thank you for being in my space, and yes, until next time, we will be munching on different types of topics and conversations that are not usually talked about, but maybe it's time right now. So yes, thank you for being with me. I pray that you flourish so much in your life. I wish you many, many beautiful present moments. Until next time, blessings and namaste.